Good morning, children. Let us continue our lesson Story of Microorganisms Part 2. In that, we were discussing about the harmful microorganisms, how they are responsible for diseases in plants, animals, and human beings. So, in that, we completed mosquitoes and how they are responsible for diseases, and you learned about the pathogens. What are pathogens? You learned pathogens means disease causing microorganisms. Okay, disease causing organisms, they are called as pathogens, and pathogens are present everywhere, and pathogens are going to be carried from person to person through some agents. Okay, so the organisms which are responsible for spread of diseases from person to person or from animal to animal, they are called as vectors. So here mosquitoes are acting as vectors for different kinds of diseases. Then even houseflies are also responsible for certain kinds of diseases. So they are called as disease carrying organisms, are called as vectors. Okay, so pathogens, they are said to be disease causing microorganisms. Okay, then disease carrying agents are called as vectors. Okay, then you learned about the malaria, how it is spreading and how it is dreadful disease, and who studied about malarial life cycle and which organism is responsible, all that you learned. So let us once recall. Malaria is a disease caused because of a plasmodium, which is said to be a protozoan parasite. Okay, malaria is caused by a protozoan parasite called plasmodium. Okay, so this plasmodium is completing its life cycle in mosquito as well as in human body. Okay, so you can understand how this disease is going to be spreading. So because of mosquitoes. So the life cycle of malarial parasite was studied by Dr. Ronald Ross. For that he was awarded Nobel Prize in 1902. Okay. So asexual cycle and sexual cycle, like the two phases are there. So the mosquito digestive system, the pathogen enters. So when that mosquito bites a person, so from mosquito's body it enters into the human body. Is it clear to you? And from the human body, again when any mosquito bites, so from the human body it enters into mosquito, and when that mosquito visits other persons, like that the malaria is going to be spreading from person to person. Is it clear to you? So it is a dreadful disease, and if we control the mosquito population, then it is easy to control the malaria. So how we can control mosquito population? Do not allow stagnated water in our surroundings. Okay, because in the stagnated water only, or in the still water, wherever like in rainy season water will be stored in pots or in other coconut shells, like that you will be observing, or coolers. So in such places the mosquitoes are going to breed. So that's why we are not supposed to allow stagnated water. Then it is easy to kill mosquito larvae than adult mosquitoes. So how we can control the mosquito population means by killing mosquito larvae. So how can we kill? By spraying kerosene on stagnated water, because in water only the mosquitoes are going to breed. Is it clear to you? So they are going to lay eggs, and eggs will hatch into larvae. So larva is going to become adult. Okay, mosquitoes. So larvae can be killed by spraying kerosene on stagnated water. Then you know that in your homes also you people are using mosquito repellents like all out or other things also you are using. Okay, so that will help in killing the mosquito. And use of mosquito nets. Okay, mosquito nets if we use, we can avoid the bite from mosquitoes. So in that way we are going to control the malaria. Apart from that, one important point you have to remember what is that means. We must keep our surroundings clean so that it will help us to live healthy, because cleanliness always keeps people very much healthy. So you know, no, Swachha Bharat, it is going to make Swastha Bharat. Is it clear to children? So that's why we have to keep our surroundings very much clean. Okay, cleanliness is next to godliness. So that point we have to remember. Then mosquito, which mosquito? Female Anopheles mosquito is responsible for the spread of that disease, like that you learned. So another kind of diseases are there which are spreading through mosquitoes, like chikungunya is going to be spread through Aedes mosquito, and filariasis is going to be spreading from person to person through Culex mosquito. Okay, so if we control the mosquito population, then it is easy to avoid the spread of diseases which are spread through the mosquitoes. Is it clear to children? So now in harmful microorganisms, there are some other diseases which are going to be spread through other type of vectors. So houseflies. So houseflies are also responsible for spread of many diseases. Is it clear to you? So what kind of diseases are going to be spread through this houseflies? Means cholera, typhoid. Okay, so these are the diseases which are going to be spread because of houseflies. So to control those diseases, we have to again keep our surroundings very much clean. So even these houseflies are also going to lay eggs near the damp places and garbage, where garbage is dumped. In such places they are going to lay the eggs, and even on excrete of animals or excrete of human beings. So on that the houseflies are going to lay the eggs. So nearly 200 to 400 eggs are going to be laid. So the eggs will hatch into larva. Then the larva is going to develop into adult houseflies. Is it clear to children? So which are responsible for the spread of diseases. Is it clear to you? So even to control the diseases spread through houseflies also, just now I said houseflies are responsible for spread of cholera and typhoid. Is it clear to you? So cholera, typhoid, etc. are going to be spread through houseflies. So to control these diseases, what we have to do, children? So we have to keep our surroundings clean. Is it clear to you, children? So we are not supposed to throw the garbage on roads here and there. So we have to keep our surroundings clean so that we can control the diseases which are spreading through houseflies. So here one chart is given in page number 44. So different kinds of diseases which are going to be spreading through the vectors, and how they are going to be transmitted. Not only through vectors, children. So other agents are also responsible, because these pathogens or microorganisms are present everywhere, that is in air or in water or in the body of other organisms, like that they are surviving. So what will happen means the diseases are going to be spreading from person to person. Okay, through drinking food, contaminated water, or taking contaminated food, or breathing air which is polluted with pathogens, means we don't know, no, children. So that also may happen through air, through water, and through food, or through some animals the diseases are going to be spreading. So now let us learn the diseases and causative microorganisms, mode of transmission, and what is the preventive measure. For that, let us learn. So here name of the disease, causative organism, mode of transmission, then preventive measures. Preventive measures. So name of the disease, causative organism, how the disease is going to be caused, then mode of transmission, how the disease is spreading from person to person, and what steps can be taken to prevent the disease. Okay, so always you know that proverb, prevention is better than cure. Okay, so once if we get the disease means we have to undergo treatment, then if we take treatment, that is medicines, if we take then it will the disease will go from our body. Is it clear to you? And we will be free from that disease. So it takes lot of time. Meanwhile, our body may become weak. Is it not, children? Sometimes the medicines also may react, or sometimes it may lead some problems. So why all this? Always prevention is better than cure. Okay. So if we prevent our body from the diseases, then this is always the best. Is it clear to children? So now here chicken pox, name of the disease, chicken pox. Then measles and mumps. Measles and mumps. Swine flu. Swine flu. Okay. Then polio. Polio. So now all these are caused because of a virus. So all these are viral diseases. Is it clear to children? Chicken pox, measles and mumps, swine flu, polio. All these are viral diseases. Then this chicken pox, measles, mumps and swine flu, how they are going to be transmitted from person to person means that is because of through air. Air. Is it clear to children? So if we inhale the air, which is means if we are living with the people who are suffering with that diseases, chicken pox, measles, mumps, swine flu, so in the air the pathogen will be present, that is virus will be present, and if we are inhaling through air, then the disease is going to be entering into the body. Through the respiratory system it reaches our body. Is it clear to children? So now what will happen here? So next one is a polio. So polio is going to be spreading through water and air. Okay. So here polio is a disease, dreadful disease, children. So it is going to be that is also a viral disease. So this disease is also, that virus is present in water and in air. Okay, so if we drink the water whichever is polluted with that pathogen, so pathogen strains are present in water also. So we don't know, the children, if we take that water, then through water that pathogen is going to enter. So here through air, most of the diseases, viral infections, we are getting through air. Is it clear to children? And water. Is it clear to children? So now here chicken pox, measles, mumps, what kind of diseases we have to take BCG vaccination. BCG. So vaccinations, children. BCG vaccinations. So here what do you mean by vaccination? You know that vaccines, about vaccines you learnt in this lesson only, useful microorganisms, how they are helping in preparing vaccines. So weakened, heat killed microorganisms are used in preparing vaccines. So those vaccines are given in the form of injection or in the form of oral drops. Is it clear to children? So when the people are given with vaccines, then the effect of that disease, the power of that disease will be controlled. Is it clear to children? It will be prevented. Even if that pathogen enters into the body, the vaccine is going to produce antibodies, so which are going to keep our body against the diseases. Is it clear to children? So here BCG vaccine we have to take. Bacillus calmette-guerin. So that is the name of the vaccine, and when we take vaccines, then they will be protecting or preventing our body from the diseases. Is it clear to children? So you know that polio vaccine. Is it clear to you? Polio vaccine, swine flu vaccine. So like that we have to take. Apart from that, what we have to do when the people are suffering with that kind of viral infections? Is it clear to you? So chicken pox, measles, mumps, swine flu, polio. When the in a families, in families, when the children are suffering with that chicken pox or measles or mumps, what we have to do, children? We are not supposed to stay with the infected person. Is it right? So we have to isolate the infected person. Isolate means we have to keep separately. Just like you will be observing now COVID. When the people are suffering from COVID, what we are doing? So we are going to make them to stay in one room. So what do we call that? Quarantine, like that you will be observing. Is it not, children? So we are going to keep the infected persons in a separate room, and we are not supposed to use the things used by the patient. Is it clear to children? So that we can avoid the spread of these diseases. So you might also have observed chicken pox or measles, mumps. If the children are suffering in a family, 1 or 2 children are there, then you know that the other one person gets, the other child also is going to getting infected. Is it clear to you? So that's why here what we have to do, avoid using infected persons materials. So we have to avoid using things of infected persons. So like towels or glass tumblers or any other plates or clothes, we are not supposed to use. Is it clear to you? And we have to isolate the person so that we can prevent the spread of disease. Is it clear to you? So now measles and mumps, even chicken pox, ikkada varicella vaccine we have to take for chicken pox. Then next one, measles and mumps, MMR vaccine we have to take, polio drops we have to take, swine flu vaccination we have to take. Is it clear to you? And here this BCG is given. That is for TB, tuberculosis. Okay. So TB is caused by now bacteria. So now viral diseases we completed. So now we are going to learn about some kind of bacterial diseases. TB means tuberculosis. Okay. So bacteria is responsible for that disease. So how this disease is going to spread means through air only. So how we can prevent means that is taking BCG vaccine. So if the person is given with vaccine BCG, then obviously that will help in preventing the other people. Is it clear to children? So chicken pox vaccination, varicella, then measles and mumps, MMR vaccine, swine flu vaccine, is it clear to you? Polio drops, that is also vaccine only. Is it clear to you? And TB, it is caused because of bacteria, and BCG vaccine must be taken. Is it clear to you? Then even cholera and typhoid, so these are also caused because of bacteria, okay, through drinking contaminated water and breathing air, okay, through water and even contaminated water and food also. If the food is contaminated, then the people are suffering from that disease, cholera and typhoid. So what are the symptoms of cholera? Fever, then tongue will be coated with grayish coating. Is it clear to children? We don't feel to take food. So people are going to become very much weak because of motions or vomitings. So that results in dehydration of our body. Water is lost from the body. If water is lost, then the internal vital organs cannot function, that leads to death. Is it clear to you? Loose motions. Then typhoid means again fever. So that is also dreadful only. Because of typhoid many people used to die. But because now vaccines we are taking, so they are preventing us from the diseases. Is it clear to children? Then here this cholera and typhoid are going to be causing organisms are present on water and food. How they are reaching that water and food means that is because of houseflies. Okay, houseflies are acting as vectors for that diseases. So now through houseflies they are going to be spreading from person to person. So here what we have to do when people are suffering from cholera and typhoid, no doubt vaccines we are going to take. But here what we have to do, we have to take boiled water, boiled drinking water. So now this cholera and typhoid, they are bacterial diseases. So cholera is caused by Vibrio cholera, name of the bacteria, and typhoid is caused by Mycobacterium typhi. Is it clear to you? So this bacteria is contaminating food and water. So it is present on food and water. So when mosquitoes visits, when houseflies visit, when they sit on the food or water, if it is not covered, the vessels are not covered, so then when we are using, then we are going to be suffering with that disease. So better to take boiled drinking water, and personal hygiene is very important. Okay, so after defecation we have to wash hands thoroughly with what is that soaps. So you know that what kind of soaps we are using, hand washes we are using. Is it not, children? Frequent washing of hands will prevent many kinds of diseases. You are observing every day in your homes also. Nowadays, to avoid corona, we are washing hands frequently. That you know. Then good sanitary habits. So you are washing hands and not growing our nails. That is very, very important, children. Okay. Then after defecation, we have to wash our hands. We have to keep our surroundings very much clean, so that houseflies will not visit our houses, or even if they visit, they are not going to spread the diseases. Visit means here we can't stop them. Is it clear to children? Then next one is said to be vaccinations. So for cholera also vaccinations are there. So typhoid also, if we take vaccines, then they will prevent us from diseases. Now we will come to the next diseases. So we'll come to plasmodium or that malaria. So just now you learned, children, this previous class you learned about malaria. Causative organism is plasmodium. It is spreading through female Anopheles mosquito. Transmission means what? Spread of disease from person to person through different agents. It's called a mode of transmission of disease. So plasmodium is a causative organism which is a protozoan parasite responsible for malaria. Okay, so through female Anopheles mosquito. Male mosquitoes are not responsible. So female mosquitoes, any type of female mosquitoes, they are responsible for the spread of diseases. Is it clear to children? So then it is acting as a vector. So now how we can control that disease means already we learned. So what is that, children? Mosquito nets, then using mosquito repellents, controlling mosquito population. So all this will help in preventing the disease. Use of mosquito nets, repellents and what is that? Living in clean surroundings will prevent the malaria disease. Then next some other diseases are there here. Dengue, chikungunya, Japanese encephalitis. So all these are caused because of virus. Okay, dengue, chikungunya, and Japanese encephalitis. So these are all caused because of viral diseases. These are all said to be, and through mosquitoes only. Chikungunya, it is going to be spreading from person to through Aedes mosquito. Aedes mosquito is acting as a vector, and even dengue is also through Aedes mosquito. Japanese encephalitis also is caused because of female Culex mosquito. Is it clear to children? So like that here these are responsible. So again, to control this disease also, how? So you know that mosquitoes are going to be responsible for that. So how we can prevent means here same use of mosquito nets, repellents, and keeping in the clean surroundings and controlling the mosquito population by spraying kerosene on stagnated water. We can control the diseases. Is it clear to children? Then next one, diphtheria, whooping cough. Diphtheria and whooping cough. So the diphtheria and whooping cough are diphtheria and whooping cough, they are bacterial diseases. Again, through contaminated water or food, those diseases are going to be transmitted. So how we can control this diseases means diphtheria and whooping coughs, vaccines, children. Okay, vaccines. So here diphtheria, whooping cough, even tetanus. So bacteria is responsible. So now DPT vaccine. DPT. So DPT vaccine. So you all have been given that DPT vaccine. Is it clear to you? So immediately after the birth of child, you will be given, and within 5 to 6 years once it will be given, and booster dose will be given later. So like that we are going to take the DPT vaccine. Is it clear to you? Which we call it as triple antigen. Triple. So one vaccine if we take, so it will prevent us from diphtheria, whooping cough. Here P it is given. P means pertussis. Okay, whooping cough is called as a pertussis. T means tetanus. Is it clear to you? So all these diseases are caused because of bacteria, and different kinds of bacteria are responsible for that disease, and that is triple antigen. If we take one vaccine which cures or which prevents 3 diseases. Is it clear to children? So like that here other diseases are there, and vaccines are also there. Can you name them, children? So like you know that hepatitis, hemophilus, influenza B. So all these are viral diseases, children. So for them also vaccinations are available. So here some, but now all over the world pandemic. So what is that? Corona. Okay. So it is caused because of virus. It's a viral disease. Is it not, children? So to prevent that corona, what we are taking, children? Covaxin or Covishield. What are they? They are said to be vaccines. So which prevent us from the dreadful disease. Many children are killed or not. So to prevent that corona, what we are doing? What we have to do? So just like other diseases. So we have to be isolated. Very important. Isolated means what? We have to be separate from healthy people, and we are not supposed to share the things used by the patient. Is it clear to you? And taking vaccines and living in clean surroundings and avoiding, very important point. What is that means? Gathering. So much of gathering we have to avoid. Then what is that? Frequent hand wash. Is it clear to you? And masks, they will help us in preventing from the diseases. Is it clear to you? So some of the diseases we will discuss tomorrow.